A short update on the energies. May 14, 2014. You have by now started to truly feel into these new undercurrents of transformational energies sweeping onto these shores, and remember, these energies are nothing less than particles of potential that you will have a hand in realizing. For you have by now jettisoned those old cloaks of disbelief, and as such, you stand poised to finally put on the mantle of creators that you so reluctantly left behind when you stepped onto these shores many lifetimes ago. Again, this role as creator gods are not new to any of you, but they will be so in the manifestation as humans. You are all old hands at creating, but your memory serves to mislead you when it comes to your adroitness, for when you look around, you will think yourselves capable of only creating chaos, confusion, and despair. Granted, mankind has a long history of pulling the wagon closer and closer to the cliff, but that is history now, and it is one that you have vouched will never be repeated, and so, you have all allowed yourselves to step into full consciousness again. For as you sought to connect yourself with the true you, you also allowed consciousness to start to fully interact with your humanness in a very new way, and so, what has been driven by fear and the primitive intellect, will now be driven by another vibration altogether. For as you stepped back into consciousness, you stepped into the frequency of love, and this frequency cannot be distorted in any way. For as you began tuning into that vibrational channel that only transmits this essence of creation, you cannot become tainted by that low drone of the old. So even if you at times will find yourself shaking your head, searching for that crystal clear transmission coming your way 24/7, know that you will not and cannot lose connection. It may simply be time for you to step back a little bit and clear your mind, the better to see through your heart. For you see, you will still be inundated with visuals trying to derail you, visuals depicting one dire set of circumstances after the other. But again, this is the old concepts of illusion, the old ways of fear's insistence on putting up a shimmering smokescreen of denial in every direction. But you will see through it, for you will look with your heart, not with those old habitual ways of reacting to the same old worn record of distress and duress, disaster and doom. For you will find that pure and simple tone always present within you, and it will not disappear, no matter how big a surge of automated alarm signals you will encounter. For make no mistake, there are still some small pockets for resistance, and they will try their hardest to make themselves heard and make themselves seen, and so, they will be strutting their same old stuff. And even if they have all become more than a little frayed around the edges, they will try to display themselves as big and strong and with shining arms at the ready. But you will not fall for these displays of desperation, for you will be there, within that new atmosphere where love reigns, and where you will find yourself stepping up to the challenge of interacting with this shower of energetic particles in a very new way. For now, you will not simply welcome them at the door, you will sit down and have a real conversation with them, and you will find a way to set them into motion that will enable this vast stream of incoming potential to start to coalesce into something tangible. And no, you cannot create havoc in any way, you can only create love, for only love will be able to interact with these molecules in a way that will enable them to become, and only love can be created from love. So again we say become as if a child again, and learn to play with these ever so eager little companions, there for you to play with. For as you play, you will regain your trust in you, and you will regain your trust in you as a creator. For this can in many ways be compared to learning to ride a bike. At first, you will feel uncertain and wobbly, and you will think the speed will make you fall. But that will not happen, for we can guarantee you that as soon as you start to interact with these particles, something within you will say, I know this, I have mastered this before, and so, the analogy with the bike will be proven right. For it is just as they say, once learned, it is never forgotten, no matter how long you abstain from doing it. And so, we ask you all to let yourself go, and try to find a way to let your guard down, for that is still there, in some capacity or the other. Remember, you have all been through a period where you were retrained not to seek to become what you were before, and so, That old survival instinct of staying down and not raising your head too much above the sea of humanity will be one that will more probably than not make itself noticed in one way or the other in the time ahead. But you know you can safely ignore that voice now, for you have found a new tune within, the one that is giving you the same message over and over again. It is time to be what you really are. It is time to act as that creator God you came here to be. It is time to give life to that dream of yours, bit by bit, piece by piece, molecule by molecule, and it is time to do so with all that you are. For now, you are no longer separated from yourself, and now, you are no longer divided. For you have become one, in ways that will be hard for any of you to truly comprehend just yet, but it is something we have been able to witness the birth of, and we can only say it is more spectacular and more groundbreaking than anything anyone has seen in all of creation. So again we say thank you for all that you are, and thank you for all that you do, and now, we thank you for what is about to come to life through your hearts, through your hands and through your very essence. The Constant Companions. Channeled by Asia North. asianorth.wordpress.com